Those good old days. The legal profession back then was considered a forbidden territory. Lawyers enjoyed an exalted position as literacy and awareness levels among clients were low. The law was a maze for the common man. Mr. Surana had the heart of a warrior. He took law as a wheel to spur his passion to help others. In 1971, Mr. Surana opened his new venture, P.S. Surana & Co., a sign that changes had finally come. Mr. Surana chose to welcome his clients with warmth and concern that comes only from a kind heart. This enduring quality of service first was to stay.
Critics says that the modern professionalism is work, work and work, and its result. There is no room for human touch to it, but a professional who proves that this saying is wrong is Mr. P.S. Surana.
In 1981, Mr. Surana was joined by his wife, Mrs. Leela Surana, and together they formed Surana & Surana. They explored international territory in 1987 and won a case in an Italian court for an Indian exporter. The rest, of course, is history.
Benchmarking of their service proficiency with relation to international standards and best practices, I think, is something that is highly appreciable.
In the 1990s, we saw the economic liberalization and the opening up of the Indian economy. This was to pave the way for many major MNCs to enter the market.
The feedback that I have is that Surana & Surana has been very prompt in the responses and have been able to quickly understand the requirements and expectations of customers from abroad.
When Hyundai, GMAC, Mitsui and many others made their big plans in India, they chose the services of Surana & Surana.
Hyundai Motor India has been implemented in a span of 17 months, thanks largely to Surana & Surana. The corporate practice of Surana & Surana broadly covers project management, which included regulatory compliance, contract management, and procedural issues. So I think Hyundai Motor India's implementation time has been largely due to Surana & Surana's one-stop approach to providing legal services.
Surana & Surana had by then become a law firm for the corporate world, matching its standards with top-class MNCs at service.
The client's concern has always been primarily cost, two is turnaround time, and of course accountability. I think Surana & Surana has scored well on that.
It was no surprise to me when they were ranked among the top 10 law firms in India for the first time in 1998 by Legal Business and the Asia Pacific Legal 500, two publications from London.
I had a long relationship with Surana & Surana, more so because they have been our attorneys in some of our small projects where we have done in the field of genetic engineering and tissue cell transplantation.
I have vivid memories of that day in '98 when Surana & Surana were accredited with the ISO 9002 certification, the first law firm in Asia to receive this certification.
Surana is a straightforward gentleman who really listens to the customers, really listens and only then gives their observations.
Vinod Surana, son of Mr. Surana, was pursuing his higher studies in law in the United States. That brilliant boy created history by becoming the first non-American president of the International Law Students Association in the 44 years of its existence. Surana & Surana were now in overdrive. There are 6 specialized professionals under the leadership of Mr. Surana, and the firm today enjoys immediate access to various professional bodies and associate firms worldwide.
I was very happy with Surana & Surana in my previous role, and when I came to Office Tiger and looked at their existing capabilities, I decided that we needed to use Surana & Surana here as well.
The Business Today of July 2003 again ranked them among the top 10 law firms in India and the only one from South India.
What I appreciate about the company is their responsiveness, their candor, and helping us on a wide diversity of issues, whether it be labor relations, contract negotiations, facilities or expanding into new business opportunities.
I know this team so well I can tell you their names, areas of specialization and their individual achievements in one go. Mr. Ashok Kumar Anchalya, Corporate Law, Commercial Litigation, Constitutional Law, Tax Issues and International Documentation and Contracts. He has 24 years experience in various industries including an international law firm. He has special exposure to the workings of banks and financial institutions and foreign investments. Mr. Kalyan Jhabak, Litigations and Alternative Dispute Resolution including arbitration. Listed by Asia Pacific Legal 500, published in London as one of the leading litigation lawyers of India. Has successfully appeared before high courts, civil and criminal courts, judicial and quasi-judicial tribunals in different states. Mr. Vinod Surana, Law Firm Administration, Investments and Negotiations and International Arbitrations. He was the first non-American president of the International Law Students Association, Washington, D.C., president of Cornell Law School Alumni Association, India, and the youngest secretary of the Bar Association of India chapter. Mr. M.L. Joseph, area of specialization, criminal law. He assisted a Michigan defense attorney in a post-conviction remedy application for an offense of murder. He also took guest lectures for incumbent and existing magistrates at the Tamil Nadu Judicial Academy, Chennai. Mr. Rajnikant Madhavan, Intellectual Property Law Management and Strategies, Emerging Technology including Information Technology, IT-enabled services and biotechnology. He was a Global Legal Officer for an international software company at Princeton, USA. A registered patent agent, he is a committee member of the International Trademarks Association, USA, and a regular speaker at various prestigious forums. Mr. Sanjay Mehta, Advice on Corporate Matters, Investments in India and Overseas and Real Property. Has international experience in various fields including shipping industries, information technology and corporate consultancy. This one-stop shop approach means that a client would get a personalized, specialized as well as quick solution to all their legal requirements. This specialization made Surana & Surana not just a law firm but an institution by itself. I believe students from international law schools come here for their internships.
Our relationship with Surana & Surana has been very meaningful and very professional. Most of our interaction has been in corporate law, and we're very appreciative for all of the professional services they have offered us.
When I walk into their office these days, I see a lot of changes that partnership has brought with it.
We have an excellent relationship, and it has been defined by professionalism, family warmth from the Surana family, as well as detail-oriented from all of the teams at Surana.
A multidisciplinary approach with group discussions and team meetings.
They have been working with us for quite some time and have given us valuable advice when requested. And they've also worked with us for the fight as well as awareness against piracy, which is a very important issue for our company as well as the music industry.
At the heart of this change, I see a very humane group in Surana & Surana when it comes to making significant contributions to child and social welfare groups, professional bodies, law student associations, and many other charitable organizations. In its latest string of achievements, Surana & Surana has become the first law firm in the world to receive the SA 8000 and ISO 14001 certificates. The certificates were handed over to Surana & Surana international attorneys amongst a large gathering. Eminent personalities like reputed lawyers, industrialists, giant entrepreneurs, national and international friends were witnessing history being written. The chief guest for the event was Justice Dr. A.R. Lakshmanan.
Mr. Surana has appeared before me in several cases. He will leave no stone unturned.
Very important for SA 8000, and that is humility. The first time I went to see him in his office, I was quite astonished that not only he received me personally at the front door of his office, but he made it a point to see me off the lift. And I said, maybe this is the first time he's got a new client, maybe he's trying to humor me. But this continued at every meeting that I attended with him.
That brings us to the question, who am I? I'm you.